Thursday, yes, that's also coming back to green lighter. But of course, I'm meant to know that also now this time around it has been confirmed that the FUFA Drum semi-finals, the quarterfinals will be played at, that is of course, at Luo grounds in Nebi. In case the team progresses to the semi-finals, they will be playing that at Greenlight Stadium. And in case they get up to the finals shall be played at Paredi Stadium. That's how exactly it is. How good is that? Susie, welcome and good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Owen, and good afternoon, Benson, as well. And good afternoon, viewer. I am most welcome. And it was quite interesting about the hospitality the Jumani people gave everyone that traveled there.
Did you travel?
And
report yourself. Did you travel?
That is confidential.
Benson, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Owen Zaga, my colleague Susie Linda, not forgetting about our viewers there who are always watching us from the hour of 2 p.m. up to the hour of 3 p.m. at least every day from Mondays up to Saturdays, for always giving the time to follow the show on whistle time. And I've loved the way how you have been given the chart table of how the games of the West Nile FUFA drama have been played and how they will continue to be played. And we have seen the games are taking place in Arua City. Sometimes it's taken to Greater Madi region. Sometimes you will see it's taken to Greater Nebi region. I've loved the way how they have dropped the timetable as far as the venues or venues have been approved for these games. And also, Ugandan teams, they are becoming crazy in their transfer. We have seen clubs that are playing in regional league, FUFA Big League, and also sometimes Uganda Premier League. They are signing players for fun. And also, at least each and every month, we are seeing a tournament taking place in Uganda. And today, the kickstarting of University League is started. You are most welcome.
All right, it's another one. As a lot of things are happening, just said Monday to Saturday. Of course, as you know, Saturdays, I'm always not there a little bit. But of course, for that, I want to say it's always a very big one that we need to come up with. Now, let's start with the University League. Benson, clubs going to also face challenges again because some of the players will go for the university games. You're going to be seeing some players, students, they will have to go and represent their different schools. That it will be coming right there. What do we expect that the games are kick-started today?
Yeah, the games are kick-starting today, and it is starting with an interesting fixture whereby the defending champions, they'll be looking at their fate to see if they can be in position to defend the trophy they won last year. I'm talking about Uganda Matters University. We all remember last season they picked the gong after edging out St. Lawrence University by a goal to nil. That's why in the open game, they are the ones starting against also a huge side in the names of Bugema University. But my emphasis here is all about our own university that's based in West Nile, more especially in Arua City. I am talking about Muni University, whether they can be able to proceed very far, at least to the knockout stages, surpassing the group stages. But their group, they have been pitted in a very terrible group, I should say. That's a group C where they have got Makerere University. Muni University is also in the mix, not forgetting about our own, that's Muni, Makerere, and the Tiambogo. So that group to me seems to be the most trickiest group I am looking at. But the embassy is all about, I am looking at two aspects. That is the defending champions, Uganda Matters University, whether they can this time be able to defend the trophy or as push it very far by all means. And at the same time, Muni University, they may not go up to the semi-finals or to the finals, but at least they should make West Nile province proud to see that they surpass the group stages, maybe going to the round of 16 or as to the quarterfinals. And you can see the fixtures for this week already being displayed on the screen.
Yes, it's a very big one. Uganda, or the Uganda Masters University takes on Bugema, and that is a very tough game today. But of course, tomorrow a couple of games. Lawrence University, talk about Kumba University, will be testing it out at Kavule. Of course, that's where the game will be. Bishop Stout University will be taking on, that is Isabat. Of course, Isbat, you can say, University of Kampala, and then of course Kabale University and University of Chisubi will be doing it yet again tomorrow at Kabale. The other game will be in Mbarara, of course, the one between Bishop Stout University, and then you have Makerere University against Chambogo. That's going to be the game up to Sunday, so you're going to be seeing another big and interesting fixtures. All this will be going. Remember, clubs also waiting to start their games. Probably this Sunday you also see some games that will will be coming up right there on the 17th. So it's a very big one. Susie, back to that is the University League, and we're looking into what exactly is happening with the Muni. We did see at first they wanted Samson Sizo Kuti, but now he's so much engaged with Nduparaka Football Club. They went for Onama Bosco, I think. Yet to find out, but things are going. But all in all, you're seeing that all this is happening. There's that friendly they are going to be having with also Nduparaka, according to what I saw. But all in all, there are very many universities, not only Muni. There's the IUIU, there's UCU that is also here, who of course always represent their schools. Most of these schools are branches, so that means you'll have only like one school, I think,
yes,
in Arua, that is Muni University. Because someone will ask, what about UCU, Arua, and the rest? These are games, but I think they always have collectiveness that come in there. So, you talk about the University League that it kickstarts.
I think it's quite a very good one. We saw last season taking a different trend with some few chaos here and there, and some universities that were fined because of the chaos and all that. So basically, I think this time around, focusing on Muni University, they didn't do quite so well last season. At a certain point, they were even sitting at rock bottom, and then somehow I think when they engaged the Samson Sizo Kuti, that is when we started seeing Muni University improving. And like you said, it's apparently going to be the only institution representing West Nile. So I think this time around they'll need all the support, and they need to really venture in for a very good coach. I almost said players, but then they are restricted to only having players within there is the institution. But then trust me, it's quite a very good one, and the University League this time around, I'm seeing it being quite very challenging. I mean, teams or schools are going to come in back very bigger and better to see to it that the institutions that didn't maybe proceed from the group stages to the next levels, or maybe quarterfinals, semi-finals and finals, are going to look and play so hard to see to it that they are possibly pushed through to the result of semi-finals and finals.
Okay, that's a very big one. Benson, as we summarize this, what are you seeing today?
Yeah, it's going to be a hard one. As I said, since Uganda Martha's University, they are the defending champions, they will not want to disappoint the fans at the starting point, as the students at the starting point. I think the game up against Bugoma, I am seeing Uganda Martha's University picking the win against the team that's Bugema University. And you said you came up with a point on the table. The StarTimes Uganda Premier League, they also kick-starting on Friday, and at the same time this tournament is going on. I think there will be a collusion on how these players are going to play these games, because these players, the others are participating in university leagues, others are going to participate in the StarTimes Uganda Premier League. I think the issue of fatigue may affect some of the players. Not all of the players, they are studying university, but some few, of course, it may affect them.
All right, yes, another story is on Nduparaka Football Club this morning unveiled another player, of course, after winding up with full details right there. But of course, this player joins the club right away after very many fans also have watched him throughout the friendly matches right there. He's called Aniko Bryan. Of course, he is the player who has crossed over to Nduparaka from, of course, Express. He has ever played for Express, and he gets himself into the team. So you're seeing players, of course, getting very, very big right there. Susie, let's start from there. In the midfield, he's a creative midfielder. He's so Percy. He's one who has the energy to shoot, and the rest in there. But of course, for those who watched him, yes, would have known about this player. Yes.
I think it's quite a very good one in that Nduparaka is trying to build in at every department, I should say. There is from defense department to the midfield, and then the striking line. The midfield, trust me, Nduparaka's midfield now is so good, and they have better players compared to me. Nduparaka's current squad, by the way, there is going to play in the big league is far much better than the squad they had last year that actually played in the StarTimes Uganda Premier League. To me, I think Nduparaka now needs to to embark on a challenge over making sure that the players develop a competition within themselves. Otherwise, they are a very complete squad. That is according to me, because I don't think I've missed any of their friendlies this time around. So they play quite a very good football, and even the new players that Onduporoka Football Club has added have quite matched so well with the former players or even their new counterparts. So trust me, Onduporoka has built in a very good squad. That is according to me. Plus, even there is Aniku brand that is coming in.
All right, yes, of course, Aniku joins the team right there. Now, Benson, you would see that so far, someone would say the additions keep coming here and there.
Yes.
What are you anticipating for FUFA Big League this season?
Yeah, it's going to be tense because they are one of the freshers from the Startimes Uganda Premier League. All the eyes are going to be fixed on them to see if they can be able to go back to the Startimes Uganda Premier League, or as other teams can be able to go past them. And I love the way how they are doing their transfer, and they are doing it in a tactical way. They are not just signing players anyhow. And they are trying to concentrate in all the departments. They started with the striking force, where they went for a certain Andava Junior, who has fitted very well in the team. They also went for a certain seconds from Express, and they knew that they also needed someone in the midfield. That's why they have decided to go for that Anikubaya. And though so many may not have much knowledge about this player, like you have said, this is a pretty midfielder, versatile. I know he's going to add competition in the midfield. And what they need to concentrate right now is to get a defender. Maybe a defender is a replacement for already two key players that have already left. That's Okocha. They have not got the replacement for Okocha, and at the same time, Okumu Rogers, who has gone to their rivals. To me, in the striking department, they have done enough, and also in the midfield, they have done a wonderful job. And what is remaining for them is to see that they should get powerful defenders, such that they can be in position to make the fans to forget about the brilliant performances, the likes of Okocha. You talk about Okumu Rogers, they had been having for the club. To me, they now need to prioritize in defense line in the remaining few days of the ongoing summer transfer window.
All right, that's one big one. Not only Onduporoka doing recruitments, also other clubs keep doing recruitments right there now. Of course, one of the biggest happens to be, of course, Chitara Football Club that have also come out, of course, signing Najibu Iga from Viper Sports Club. Very many know about this, and Chitara has come up with all their forces to make sure that they need really to see how the setup for this season should look like, and now they are adding experienced players. Iga is one player that Chitara has brought on board. What will that add into the team?
I think it would add into so much. We all know football lovers that Iga Majid is a very hardworking player, very talented and pacey, I should say. We saw him play for Vipers there is the last season, and Chitara has always gone in for proven players. That is according to me. Chitara has, if you look closely into Chitara's signings, you'll always get to see that they go in for guys that know the game. They go in for guys that are very proven, guys that can outsmart even their counterparts at any opponent or at any chances given to them. So I think bringing in Majid Iga from Vipers, there is Chitara. It's going to be a very positive one for there is Chitara. Meanwhile, to me, I think Vipers is going to miss quite his services, kind of.
Okay, and now of course in that moment still I want to say it's all big challenge that probably could be coming in there. But all in all, Benson, what do you say about the inclusion of Iga into the team?
Iga, Chitara, they have actually been crazy in the ongoing summer transfer window. Not only Chitara, like you have said, the transfer policy for all the teams in Uganda, to me, it has been crazy, and it's the first of its kind. I'm seeing it being crazy right from the the clubs that are playing in the lower leagues of Uganda up to the top level. They have actually been very crazy in signing players. You talk about Chitara, they have unveiled more than 10 players. The same thing applies to that Uganda Revenue Authority Football Club. They have also unveiled more than 10 players. The total has gone to that 13. The same things happened to that Sports Club Villa. At the beginning they were quiet. Now the transfers is almost shutting down. They are crazy almost each and every week. They are unveiling, if not one or two players. Vipers, they are not sleeping. KCA, they are also at a top level in recruiting these players. But all in all, the team Chitara, they know that they are still new boys, visitors in the league. Their first priority is to see that they retain themselves in the league. Then at the same time, whether they can be able to finish in the half of the position before looking at their potential to maybe finish in the top 4 as to be a champion. But to me, they have been doing a lot of recruitment. Speaking about this particular player, they have gone for a player that is having the experience of playing in the top tier. And at Vipers, we all know that Vipers, they are having a lot of stars, and the Liga could not compete with her, could not compete with the rest of the teammates at the camp of Vipers. And Chitara, to me, they have identified a very good player in the names of Liga to see that the player battles for the team. That's Chitara Football Club.
Now all roads will be waiting to see what exactly Chitara has to do. They have added in more into the squad, and of course the squad depth looks big. I did see them really wanting to come into the league after they had all what they did in the big league. So coming into this team, coming into the league, they really needed it, and of course have made it to the next level. Now that is where, of course, all talks about Chitara comes. But looking at the investments they're adding in, most of the time these clubs start adding in players that are so expensive to them. Are we seeing the sustainability of the club for quite a long time?
I think if we are taking a case in point as Chitara, trust me, financial wise, I think Chitara has always managed players that they sign players that seem very expensive. We always see them completing the signing deals, and then they equally also sustain these players at the camp for all the years that has been put on the contract. So unless otherwise, I have there are a few clubs here that might be having a financial constraints equally that is included in player transfers and all that player signings. But then definitely, if you know your budget does not really add up, if your budget is not so big, trust me, there is no club that would want themselves to be embarrassed by going in for a very expensive player that they wouldn't manage. Otherwise, every other player goes in for someone they can manage.
On the other hand, now it's all about still signing. Sports Club Villa have also gotten Elvis, who has been one big name to the norms. But of course, Ngonde is the name I'm talking about. Elvis Ngonde joins Sports Club Villa in this season. Of course, addition keeps moving in their Villa restructuring.
That's why I say that they are becoming crazy. They are signing players for fun each and every week. At least 2 faces you will see them unveiling. That means they are preparing themselves ahead of the new chapter of the 2023-2024. They actually want to go ahead of the rest of the big teams like Sports Club Vipers. You talk about URA, not forgetting about the team. That's the case here. But to me, the players they are going for, these are proven players that have been doing it, and they are signing players that are playing within the country, and also players that have been playing outside the country. They actually sometimes you see them going for players that have been rejects from the other countries we have from the other parts of Africa. We saw them going for a defender that side of Al Ittihad. The name has just skipped out of my mind. That player, his contract was terminated, and that player has been their former player, going for him, knowing that Fred has already gone to Yanga. They needed his replacement. The likes of Charles Bale going the other side of Rwanda. They also knew that they needed his replacements. They are doing it in a tactical way. They are just not going for any player, and I've loved the way how they are doing the transfer. And they are also going for players that can be in position to play either 2 or 3 positions. That's why they are going for versatile players. Elvis Ngonde, a versatile player. We also saw them going for Ojeras of this world, versatile players, and also the other defender they went for. That player is also versatile. You play him in the heart of the defense, he can do the work. You draft him from the left west to the right, he will still perform brilliantly. That means Villa is, like you said, restructuring the team, not only to be participant, but also to be a competitor ahead of the new season.
All right, that's one big thing that you're talking about, right? And of course, I'm looking forward to see that we take all the most big stories right there. Okay, when we leave that there, in other stories, of course, you would see that Khalid Awucho, Gift Fred, yes, had all what they have done into that is a blaster young Africans squad that of course went to the CAF and all that is what we're talking about. Let's take a break. We'll be right back shortly to give you more of the app.